Hello, my name is Altix Falter, and you have stumbled on to episode 1 of Alter's Multiverse Theory. Well, or you would have, if I wasn't a little bit of an idiot. Unfortunately, when we started this campaign, I didn't realize Twitch deletes their VODs after 2 weeks. I thought it was 3. Um, And so when I went to go get the videos, because I had forgotten up to a point, and I was like, oh, I'll be fine up to this point, I'll just get it then. We lost our first 2 sessions of the campaign. Because of this, um, I am going to be here explaining to you episode 1 and episode 1.5. Thankfully, our first 2 sessions were the introduction to the campaign, so I'm able to give you an introductory video of everything you need to know before going in. Session 1 was mainly what I would have considered the twist session of the campaign. The party starts out in a old forest called the Forest of Tribulation. This forest is famous for having a kill count in the thousands. Many seasoned adventurers have gone to the forest, and none have ever returned to tell the tale. Our party is the first, however, with a mid-forest team up and a whole lot of luck, they managed to get themselves through the forest. When they reached the other side, they were met with a sight of a town and a prophecy billowing in the air. A woman named Apitritus, who is later revealed to have some power over her poems that give them an ability to come true, um, she had gotten a poem released out into the world who had this prophecy that was split into 4 parts. The party pieced this poem together, and that led them to the throne room of the kingdom that they had found themselves in. A curtain was pulled back on a certain jester's sneaky plan. A man named Jester Jinkle had made an illusion of the entire kingdom and attempted to eat the party. After they had brought him to his knees and finished him off with a non-lethal victory, he ran up to a party member in a panic. A woman named Zambila, who was the party's sorcerer, was able to grasp his soul before an evil named Yitramuth had killed Jinkle for not being able to kill this party of 4. In Jinkle's last moments, he was able to transport the party to a place he labeled the Hub World. He explained that the Hub World is the key to stopping Yitramuth, as Yitramuth had been trapping places in time holes and bubbles that wouldn't let them leave, and had basically separated entire communities. Jekyll explained that he was one of the many followers of Yitzhak, and now that he had been killed by the man he once served, he was ready to change ways. Our party, a group of 4, um, goes from first Nabila. They are a necromancer who had grown up in ancient Egypt. She was caught by the several gods of death before she had died and was given a second chance at life where she gained her necromancy powers and was able to travel the globe a long time after she had originally died and decayed. Our second party member is a woman named Lana, a relatively normal human fighter who had this kind of weird history growing up where she traveled a lot and met a few different masters and who taught her a bunch of kinds of fighting styles. Um, our third member is a little tabaxi named Ink. They are a rogue and through a series of events had led themselves to a Kenku that had taught them everything they need to know and had been sent off to explore the world outside of their own little town. And our last member, Komorebi, a Harengon. They are a cleric who is deeply connected to a disease. I'm trying to be careful with my words. They're connected to a disease and had seeked a woman who said she could help cure this disease. And now, with her guidance, Komorebi seeks this cure. And after Jinkle had been saved, they all kind of got together and made a pact to stop Yttermuth, even if it wasn't all of their goals combined. Maybe they would find what they needed along the way, and they would save the world, while in the same vein. In the hub world, there are a set of 4 doors that were presented to them. Door 1 through 4 had led to a different time bubble trapped by Yttermuth, and they needed to find a special little object in these to open the time bubble and release these people from their turmoil. However, before they were able to go through door number 1, their first door they had chose, a man, or not a man, a figure is a better way to put it, named Filthy Trip had offered them to a game of cards. And if you're not tabbed out, you're looking at this figure. Filthy Trip is a disciple of Apitritus, and after they were bested in said game of cards, they were given a little notebook that would let them, if they were in a pickle and didn't know what to do, would let them write to Apitritus in case they really needed help. And so Filthy Trip disappeared and would show up every once in a while afterwards when they came back to the hub world in case there was some information they didn't get that Apitritus would have wanted the adventurers to know about. And that is roughly all you guys need to know leading into door 1. I hope you enjoy our campaign and you are ready for what is labeled as episode 3, but is actually, not even episode 3, technically. Session 3 is a better way of putting it. What is labeled as session 3, but is actually episode 2. You get the point. I hope you all have a wonderful time listening, and I hope you pardon this, instead of a 4-hour session, a 8-minute summary. Thank you, and enjoy.